Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I had another stock for you guys that appears to be setting up for a potential move higher with this technical indicator showing promising signs. But before I even get to what that is, let's provide a quick follow-up update from my prior two videos. I called out 4 stocks, with the first one being TITN. This is a snapshot of what it looked like a couple of weeks ago, and this is what it looks like now. This, of course, is the weekly chart, and you can see we had a very bullish weekly candlestick, and it got rejected at, you guessed it, this long-term weekly trend line. Let me zoom out a little further so you can see what I see. You see how this is a validated trend line with significant touch points and rejection throughout this area. And now we're retesting this trend line again, and just look at it. From everything you studied on trading from a technical perspective, that just looks like it's about to break out. And I'm optimistic that'll be next week, so something definitely to look out for. Let me once again draw out a Fibonacci retracement as well. If you guys see my other videos, you know fib levels are one of the indicators I use for confirmation, and you could see TITN successfully bounced off the 78.6% support multiple times. So I'm confident the next target is this 23.6% retracement, this blue line, and because this would be a break of a long-term trend line, let me switch tools. I can see this stock heading to this long-term area of weekly resistance. If you wanted to be more cautious, this area of resistance could be a good area to sell as well. But me personally, I'm out at this 23.6% retracement. That's a significant move from a pure price action perspective. One mistake I did make when I made my video, and I'm going to mention this as well when we get to the next stock, is the very low volume profile these stocks had at the time. I called them out and therefore had very high spreads. The volume has gone higher for TITN and therefore the spreads have gone better, but I recommended these stocks purely from a chart perspective, and this looks good to me for a move higher. The next stock I'm referring to is OPTN. This is what it looked like when I called it out. This is what it looks like now. Again, this is the weekly chart. This stock had even a worse spread because of such little volume, but again, I recommended it purely off the technical chart setup. And you can see OPTN has this long-term weekly trend line as well. It's been rejected so much around this area, and this last week was a pretty bullish candlestick, so I do think we're ready to break out. I drew a level of resistance right here, as you can see, so I expect the price to potentially reach here. Again, let me get my Fibonacci retracement. And draw a swing low to swing high. So full disclosure, let me zoom in real fast. I stopped out when the stock broke past the low of this candlestick. I said I would in my prior video, and I had to respect my rule. So it was frustrating to see the stock rally and get back up to where I initially bought it, but I'll be looking to get back in next week if it can officially break this trend line. And again, I'm confident it will just because of how bullish this week was. But again, this 78.6% retracement is acting as a good level of support, even though this weekly candlestick did break it and did look very bearish. So definitely something to watch. The other stock I called out was ticker symbol CURR. This is what it looked like when I called it out, and this is what, well, let me switch over to the daily chart actually, because I used the daily chart when I called it out. And this is what it looks like now. This was a long-term daily trend line I was watching, and the day I called it out, we had this bullish doji close above the trend line, so I was confident in the play. But then I got worried because in the days following, we started rolling over, and I had my stop set at the low of this candlestick right here. But eventually we got this massive move and the stock went from $1.50 to over $7 a share. But unlike TITN and OPTN, I'm done with this play and won't be watching it anymore. The last stock I called out a while ago was CGTX. Not much to say on it right now, but I am watching for the break of this long-term trend line. You can see it bounced off the 78.6% retracement a couple of weeks ago. Hasn't had the greatest bullish momentum like I thought it would since, but still looking decently bullish to me overall, so just something to watch. But anyways, let's talk about why you clicked on this video. I said I had a stock that I believe can triple its current share price right now, and that stock is ticker symbol ASNS. And for this, let me switch over to a very long-term chart. I'm going to go 5-year weekly to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So you can see this yellow trend line is a significant trend line based on its long-term history, and we just broke it, which is a big deal. Additionally, I have this fib level drawn out, and you can see multiple weeks bouncing off this 78.6% retracement, which is why I see it going past $5, potentially to this 23.6% retracement blue line. It also helps that this week we ended very bullishly. Additionally, as you can see on the news, ASNS received a $5 price target rating to help validate this move. But I don't hold too much stock in that kind of stuff, no pun intended. I'm purely a technical trader, but still something I wanted to disclose. So this is definitely a stock I'll be watching for a short to mid-term swing trade. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. That's all I wanted to share. Please hit the like button if you found this video useful. It tremendously helps this channel and you have my sincerest gratitude. Consider subscribing to this channel for more content. Good luck in the markets and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.